A vacant Plymouth mall that's experienced a few failed attempts at redevelopment in recent years may finally get a new life. Plans are in the works for a developer to purchase the Four Seasons Mall along Rockford Road and Highway 169 for $130 million and convert it into affordable housing, retail, and a parking garage.
The mall has been closed for about 8 years, and I think a lot of people in the community are looking for something to redevelop on the site. The mixed use of housing and commercial together with the park and ride seems like a good fit for this site.
Plymouth-based Dominium has a purchase agreement for the 17-acre site. The company's proposal calls for a 5-story senior housing structure with 210 units and a 4-story apartment complex with 220 units. In addition to the housing units, the project would also include a 3-level parking ramp to serve people who use the city's Metrolink bus service. However, Plymouth City officials stress that plans are still early in this process. The developer is asking the city for tax breaks and tax increment financing help because of poor soil conditions on that site. The Plymouth Planning Commission will review the preliminary plans Wednesday and provide feedback. The City Council will then review the plans at its meeting on June 25th. Brooklyn Center police are using a new creative method to catch distracted drivers who are texting behind the wheel. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us what they're doing.
We've seen people veer off onto the shoulder. We've seen people blow a stop sign, blow a red light.
Although it's against the law, many motorists will get behind the wheel and either reply or send text messages.
And not realizing how dangerous being distracted behind the wheel is. Do you know why I'm stopping you today?
Today, Brooklyn Center police are kicking off a new campaign called Dump the Distracted Driving. Here's how it works. One officer rides along in a dump truck as a spotter, watching drivers as they pass by.
3-7, we got texting.
She then relays a vehicle description to another officer stationed farther down the street.
It's going to be the one just approaching DuPont.
I copy 3-7. What's the vehicle description again?
Officer Hussein then pulls that vehicle over.
Can I take a look at your phone, just make sure that you're not texting or anything?
Brooklyn Center police say the dump truck blends in with normal traffic.
People have been surprised. They ask, well, why are we pulling you over?
The big truck also gives officers a bird's eye view of what's happening on the roads.
When we drive a regular squad car, there's only so much that we can see because a lot of people have been having their phones closer to the center console. Or
with school about to let out for the summer and more folks hitting out on the roads, Brooklyn Center police want to remind folks to put down their phones and pay attention.
I've personally pulled over 15 people.
In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
On August 1st, the Minnesota hands-free cell phone law goes into effect. Brooklyn Center police say the law will make it easier to crack down on distracted drivers. Call it a preview of what's to come. Construction preps are underway to reconstruct a busy stretch of Bottineau Boulevard or County Road 81 in Brooklyn Park. Today, county crews were preparing a detour route on West Broadway. The Bottineau reconstruction will go from West Broadway north to 83rd Avenue. The project includes adding lanes to make the road safer. Work is expected to start in July or in August. Today is a special day for local Muslims. Eid al-Fitr signaled the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Approximately 1,000 people showed up for a prayer service at the Brooklyn Park Community Activity Center. During Ramadan, Muslims avoid food and drink from sunup to sundown. Muslim leaders preach hope and peace to the congregation.
Create a stable, secure environment for others, be respectful to your neighbors, share with them, and continue to build bridges of alliances through whether it is on the interfaith level or political level or even just neighborhood level.
Everyone at the service was expected to donate $10, with the money going toward the less fortunate. Pet owners know how vital dog parks are to keeping your four-legged companion happy and healthy. This summer, Meredith Hackler and her dog Daphne will showcase some of the best local dog parks. This week, see why Plymouth's dog park is Daphne approved.
Meet Daphne. She's a lover of fetch and getting as dirty as possible. Yeah, I'm sure some of you dog parents can relate. Another thing she loves is dog parks, especially ones like the park in Plymouth.
We have a couple boardwalks here to get across the wetland, so we replaced this boardwalk here earlier this year. And then there's actually a small dog park, a fenced-in area that's for dogs 20 pounds and under. And then if you go on the south boardwalk, a little bit further, there's a bigger open area for dogs.
The Plymouth Dog Park has been around for 15 years. It's 21 acres in size with lots of play features, including some agility courses.
Come on. Oh, it's so close.
Obviously, agility isn't Daphne's strong point, but hey, she's cute, so she gets a pass. If you are someone who likes to walk or bike the Northwest Greenway, you'll be happy to know the Plymouth Dog Park borders the trail, making it a breeze to let your dog run off leash.
Now, if you're someone like me who oftentimes forgets water for your dog at the dog park, the Plymouth Dog Park's a great place to come because you can pump your own, but owner beware, you will get just as much of a workout as your dog.
We have old artificial turf that we have laid down because when you get a lot of dogs in the area, there's can be a lot of muddy spots, so that helps navigate that area.
While the AstroTurf does help keep your dog a bit cleaner, there are several areas that your dog can get wet and still get pretty dirty, so you might want to bring a towel to dry them off afterwards. The large dog park area has lots of space for your dog to run, but it isn't completely fenced in, so if your dog isn't the best off the leash, you might be better off taking them somewhere gated. One of the best parts about this park is that there's no registration required, so no matter where you're from, your pup can come, run, and have a great time. Just one of the many reasons why the Plymouth Dog Park is Daphne approved.
Check out more on our website, ccxmedia.org.
Section champions will be decided this week in high school baseball. In Section 6-4A, two local teams met in the winner's bracket final. Hopkins, playing on their home field, hosted Armstrong. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Hopkins' Luke Polyak with a bouncer beats it out with a head-first slide and gets Kyle Fiducia home for a 1-0 lead. Top of the fourth, Armstrong Nathan Perla steals third. The throw is high and into left field, and Perla hustles home and dives in safely, tying the score at 1. Bottom 5, still 1-1. Hopkins, Will Stein comes up huge. He delivers a pinch hit home run, and the Royals take the lead 2-1, and they are fired up. On the very next pitch, Polyak goes deep for another solo homer, and Hopkins is on top 3-1. Miles Halligan in the Hopkins defense does the rest. Halligan strikes out the side in the 6th inning. And then in the 7th, Halligan gets the game-ending K, his 18th of the day. Hopkins wins 4-1. They move into the section final on Friday. Wayzata also stayed alive in Section 6 with a win in the losers bracket. After opening the section playoffs with a loss, the Osseo baseball team has made a great run through the losers bracket in Section 5-4A. The Orioles at home against Totino Grace in an elimination game. Osseo, the visitor. Noah Thompson slaps a base hit to right to score a wide doubler on the top of the second to even the score at 1-1. In the third, Walker Holtgren hits a towering drive down the right field line, and it falls despite a good effort by the right fielder, Jake Contreras, and doubler score on a triple for Holtgren, and Osseo goes up 4-1. Same inning, and Thompson dumps an RBI single to left center to score Holtgren, and Osseo goes up 5-1 after 3. Bottom of the fourth, Totino Grace battles back as Carter McLaughlin knocks one through the right side for a hit to score a run. Eagles get to within 5-3 through 4 innings. Each team scores once more, and a great defensive play by right fielder Miles Hawthorne here as the Orioles win 6-4. Walker Holtgren pitched and shut out Champlin Park 3-0 Monday night. So the Orioles will face Moundsview for the section title Wednesday night at CHS Field in St. Paul. Now to Lacrosse, where rivals Maple Grove and Wayzata battled in the section boys semifinal. After just 3 regular season wins, the Trojans looking for their 3rd win in the playoffs. Right after the Trojans had scored in the first quarter, they get another. Chris Thomas with a face-off win. Pass to Braden Nelson, who sets up Thomas Seaford for the great goal. Nice sequence there for the Trojans, and they lead it 2-0. Late first half, Jonas Wiskoski setting up Luke Marquardt for the shot and goal, and it's 4-1 Trojans at the half. Third quarter, some nice moves by Maple Grove's Parker Slotsby, who rifles a shot in for a goal to pull the Crimson within 5-2. Thapert has a big game for Wayzata. He gets his fourth one of the night here, his fourth goal, and the Trojans are ahead 10-3. Maple Grove does score 4 times in the fourth quarter, including this one from Drew Heisler, but it's not enough. Wayzata wins 11-7. The Trojans play top seed St. Michael Albertville in the Section 8 final Wednesday night at Irondale High School. The state boys tennis tournament is underway. Team competition is up first. 5th seed Wayzata meeting 4th seed Orono in the Class AA quarterfinals. Number 1 doubles, a great return of serve by Wayzata's Will Dieters. He and Michael Deal beat Emmett Halloran and Benjamin Bitson of Orono 6-4, 6-4. Second doubles, Wayzata's J.O. Hong and Sanjit Shah are in the far court. Shaw with a volley winners. The Trojans duo beats Mateus Moll and Hugh Perrell. It's a good battle at number 1 singles. John Foley of Wayzata on the far court against Carther Papasetti. Foley fires the return and the winner. He gets a hard-fought win, but Orono wins the rest of the singles matches. John Kasner in the near court against Colin Badoon, and Kasner rolls to a 6-love, 6-1 win. Orono takes the match 4-3. Wayzata now in consolation play at state tennis.